We should be live for weekly sim racing.
Rubbish talk.
Yeah.
Chat.
People are already spamming stuff, emojis in chat, but we're here to answer questions. And we're also going to do a tier list this time of top brands.
That needs to be in a firmer background.
Yeah, there's going to be a cylinder. So, who's going to be first to comment? Who's coming in first to comment? Do the comments come from the top? Okay, yeah.
They got. What was it on? It says. I can't read it.
Who's going to be first in
Top chat. It says at the top left.
Oh, I need to change it to live chat. Is it there?
Yep. Go down. That one.
Nice. McGurkin is number one. Here we go. Welcome, McGurkin.
Oh.
What?
The question from Sim Flynn. E-brake, handbrake. Mine's not arrived yet. Remember I discussed that last week. I said I've ordered a handbrake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The AliExpress one?
The AliExpress type thing.
I can't change the zoom. Hang on. Maybe I've got my wrong... Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. Okay, now we're talking. Simflin, yeah, eBay. Well, yeah, you're going to find out then. How much was yours?
£38 for a handbrake off eBay.
£38. Let us know, Simflin, how much yours was. Kate says, hello, everyone.
It should be here this week.
Okay.
This week. So I'll be able to...
Is it extrusion? You're just going to...
Yeah, with that extra bit I've got. Throw it on. Wham, wham.
You're going to have multiple different gear knobs for it?
Yeah, the big old...
Not gear knob, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can print one. Print some big old ones. And I'll bring it here next week.
Nice. Welcome, JS. Maguire says, what sim rig is the most? Then capital F feminine.
What is the most feminine sim rig?
What is the most... Well, what do you define... What does feminine really mean? Let us know. We'll try and answer it. Hi, do you think about the game Endurance Motorsport Series? Yes, I went to Paris and I played it. And there's a video. It was meant to come out this week, but I delayed it. It's ready. So they haven't seen the video, by the way. It's not like a controlled one. Endurance Motorsport Series is this game. It's going to come out on console as well. Yeah. Where you drive, but also you can manage.
Awesome.
So you can hold Y, and it takes you to the pit wall.
Yeah.
So you're sat at the pit wall, and you're actually on the pit wall. So like the cars, it's like you're actually there. It's not like a cutscene or something. So the cars are going past as they go past, and you can look at maps and weather and everything. And I think the idea is that you can do endurance racing as a team.
That sounds exactly like the type of game I play.
And you can manage Hypercar, GT, and LMP2 in the same race. And this is a crazy thing. They're going to have multiplayer, and I think it's going to be. I might get this wrong. It's right in the video. 24. I'm going to get this wrong. It might be that you can have 24 teams at any time.
I'll be honest with you, that sounds like the type of game I play.
I'll tell you what, Sam, we can pull this up now, right? Because I've got the extra screen here. Let's do this.
Oh, you've got rid of it. Oh, that's back.
Okay, endurance.
Maguire has said, love the same person. Real question, what racing wheel is best for the new NASCAR game coming out? NASCAR 25. Oh, it's hidden.
The official NASCAR wheel.
Do you reckon I can get that without everything falling over?
There's a Fanatec make a NASCAR wheel.
You can see it just up there, that huge wheel. If I move that, you can see a bit more of it.
So I want to I want to find out what the maximum number of multiplayer people is in Endurance Motorsport Series.
Good. You know how much that wheel is?
It's not too much. Like it's 100 something.
Oh.
Let me search it. I'll pull it up. NASCAR wheel.
We're evolving. I don't have to use my phone anymore. We've actually got a screen.
Well, on AliExpress, there's one for £23. Free delivery.
Wow, bargain.
So there we go. The Fanatec.
The official one.
It's just an advert for it. Cheers, lads. I can't find it, I'm afraid. Oh, no, yep. It is a podium wheel. Okay, yeah. So that's the highest tier. And I can't find it.
Oh, we'll have to go to the phone. Let's have a look. Someone in the chat will beat me to it.
Susie, evening, curious, look forward to this. Any suggestions for a mid-top range first time setup with a buy one, cry once? Tell us about budget. Tell us about what platform you're on.
PC or console is the main thing. And which console?
Did the music stop? Did I stop? Or did I...
How have they managed to make it so hard to find this wheel online?
Did I stop the music?
Can the chat even actually hear the music?
Yeah, chat. What's the situation?
Anyway, Maguire, I actually can't find it on my phone, and Kirif can't find it on the computer. But that's the wheel to get, for sure. No, they can't hear the music. Do you have a code for it? What's your Fantech code?
I don't have Fantech code. Can you think of... I'm going to try and get this vibing. Floof, 2.5 to 3,000 euros and PC.
On PC.
That's really interesting. That's a fantastic budget.
That's a really good budget.
Not quite active pedal. You're not going to slink in an active pedal in there.
No.
Or are you?
No, but then you'll have to really cut down some other things.
You could do Moser CRP2 pedals.
This is what you could use the whiteboard for.
Can you write this down actually then?
I can try, but no one's going to be able to read it.
We're going to get you a budget. I would do Moser CRP2s, which are really good load cells. Your euros, but I'm going to do it in pounds. They're 399. Let's call it 400. So we've got 400 on some really good load cells that you can put the booster active pedal on later down the line.
Yep.
Oh my days! Actually, why don't we go Moser active pedal set, which is about 900, isn't it? Although I understand they're shipping things at the moment, issues with it.
That appeared out of nowhere.
So let me try and get you the price here. Yeah, 999 will get you the Moser active pedal with the throttle on the base. So you got your pedal set, and one of them's active. It's the cheapest active pedal at the moment. It's the cheapest way to get to active pedal.
They've put down they want the Sim Magic base, but not sure the wheel.
So you said Moser pedals already. So let's keep you in Moser. Let's keep your Moser ecosystem for the moment, because then I would go R16 base, which is actually what I've been using for about a year on one of my things. And how much is that these days? 640. Let's call it 650. So £650. And you need a rig as well, right?
Have you got the rig? Yeah.
I
need a wheel.
Yeah, wheel and rig. Why don't we start with rig? I mean, I've been running my R16 and SimuCube active pedals on a GT Mega Prime Lite. That's a Prime Lite rig.
I'd like to apologise for my writing, by the way. This is where we're at the moment. So
what I'm doing basically is I'm building you one of the rigs that I used. So the Prime Lite is 360, but I do have a discount code for that. I think I have affiliate for basically all the stuff here, but for that one I have a discount code of 5%. But let's just call it 350. That's 350 with discount. So that's like a. Is it worth going to? Oh no! Seat. And I would go bucket. Go bucket. So bucket, we're talking 620. So with discount, we're talking 600. So let's actually need to scratch that and go 600 rig and seat.
600.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, SimLab. I mean, I just spent some time with the SimLab CEO. Spent the whole few days with him. P1X, fantastic rig, like unbelievable rig. What have we got at the moment for
this price here?
No, so you can delete that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That one. Get rid of that. So if we hold this up, you have to read the screen. That is $12.50 at the moment.
That adds up to $12.50.
$12.50.
No, do you 2,150?
Sorry, 2,050.
So your budget was between 2,500 to 3,000.
Yeah.
So you have the difference to spend on your rim. So that's interesting.
That gives you 900 quid for a rim.
So if you're on Moser, I mean, this with a Moser QR.
We love this.
Conspit 300 GT. It's early days for this. It's only just come out. Like reliability is unknown about this thing.
But we love this wheel.
Floof is also saying seat from an old Audi Q7. Great idea. Sam, you got your seat from... Oh, no.
No, mine's a track racer, but I was looking at buying RX-8 seat.
Yeah, so that's a great idea. So then you can save £300 on the seat.
All right, we'll go back off this again. The Mazda RX-8. Have a look at that one.
Yeah.
See what you think of that one.
Welcome, BCR Esports. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Vlacker, as well. Look at Jimmy Broadbent's face is on the GT Mega site. £20 off.
Look at that. Only for the next 6 days.
Where's my picture on the GT Mega site? Guys, I have to have words with GT Mega. Anyway, Jimmy Broadbent's all over it. Jimmy Broadbent's also all over Moser. So Moser sponsors Jimmy Broadbent and SimMagic sponsors Super GT. Whereas I like to... No, this is not a shade at anyone.
Keep our options open.
I like to review all equipment. That's just my personal... Because I'm like a bit of a nerd for like seeing everything. And James Bolden is with SimiCube.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is with who? Rory Alexander is with Thrustmaster. Who's with Fanatec at the moment?
Who's Fanatec?
Who's with Fanatec?
Who's Logitech?
People would say that I'm Logitech because I've been doing the Logitech G Challenge with them for a couple of years. So maybe
then there's no one Fanatec.
No one's really Fanatec. Awesome Tiger, what would you say is the number one practical tip for improving GT7 as an amateur? For me, braking in a straight line.
I would personally say maintain your speed. Don't lose too much speed.
Yeah.
And concentrate on the exit. It's way more important than the entrance.
Definitely, if you're just starting, you're an amateur, definitely go to www.getfasteronline.com because you sound like you'll make so many quick gains from my masterclass that's there. Dirty Mandy, hey, hi boys, just equipped my Fanatec GTDD 8 Newton meters. The collar on the bar from the wheelbase is not working. Can you pick this one up? I'll get it. I don't know if I have my old... So Sam's literally just lifted it by the collar. So
you want about this?
Yeah, there we go. Well, kind of. You have to put this collar... It's not on the screen, is it?
It's on my one.
This is the collar here. The collar on the bar from the wheelbase is not working. What do you mean the collar's not working?
The power button flashes different colours.
Oh, I'll get in touch with your people at Fanatec on that one. But yeah, this is the... I think they've stopped this now. No. Or maybe it still comes with that QR1, but now they also put this in the box. But anyway, I had to change it over. How's a table clamp with the T598? I don't actually know. To be honest. I did the very first time I used a T598 in Germany. I did use it with the clamp and use the pedals on the carpet, but actually I've always bolted it, so I don't know. Oh, you got the QR1. Floof says, but you think the Moser base is better than Newton meter sim?
From my opinion, you don't need 21 Newton meters at all. I know it gives you more headroom for future. But you don't need it.
I know, and I need to check. Basically, there's a brand that are increasing the power of their base by a software update, and they've asked me for their feedback, but I don't know if it's public yet. But presumably in a few days that'll be public. So there'll be another one, and it's around that range.
Okay.
On the where's the question? I heard there's CEO something left. Yes, Tyler Wang, who basically, I think, and I might get this wrong, but I think he basically was the brains behind the GT Neo. He's gone to Conspit, and now you see Conspit come out with this, which is £360, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
we really
if
rate
it's
it.
reliable, which we can't say, it would be irresponsible, I think, for anyone to say, "Oh, this is super reliable." We just don't know. If it is, this is like a huge product because it's insane. I understand. Someone commented on my review that they've changed these rings here. So it might be now, there's a cutout. I think it might be now there's no cutout.
Oh, that's weird.
Because the light changes as well, doesn't it? So I think it might be that there's no cutout. You can see all the numbers.
I like a cutout though.
So before, if you imagine there's no cutout, you can see all the numbers at all times, which might, I don't know why, but... Welcome to all new subscribers. Great to have you with us.
Floof is also Danish, so Acetec is easy to pick up for me, but their wheels are so ugly.
Oh, you're nice. Also Danish. I mean, yeah. Have you seen my interview with the Acetec CEO? 100% go check that out. In fact, they have an offer at the moment, 20% off. We've got Acetec We've got loads of Acertec here. We've got Acertec all over the place. And I will be reviewing the Forte Formula Wheel, Sam. That's really interesting. About £600. So basically, this is the Forte button box. The Forte Formula Wheel is going to look like this, but has a screen in it.
Oh, okay.
A big screen.
More and more things are going with screens, aren't they?
Yeah, and we rate Acertec quite a lot.
Yes, we like them.
So if you go on my Acertec video, I think I have a discount code with Acertec as well. I think it's like 5% off. That might stack on the sale. So go check it out.
You know what I really wish I had? I might actually do it in a second. I might write down the basics on here for like the G29.
Yeah, go for it.
And then someone asks, say budget like this, and this.
Go for it.
So I will answer questions if any get directed to me, but I'm going to try and write something as well.
Steve Mufford, what's a good setup for PS5 PC if you've got a couple of K to spend? If you've got a couple of grand, I would safest bet Logitech G Pro. Logitech G Pro, get with the load cell pedals and get the RS track. Get the GT1 and the round rim on the hub, so you're covered. That's the safest one. It's a little bit boring. It's kind of a safe option. If you want to be more exciting, you can go into Fanatec and do some more interesting rims, like the Porsche one behind me, maybe. Yeah, the T598 pedals they're not great pedals. I don't understand when people try and shill them as good pedals. Like, you don't need to. They're just not good pedals. Don't pretend.
Don't pretend.
Yeah, Floof, I did was my first video. Been binge watching a bunch of others, and now you're thinking about the rig setup. It's a really good budget you got, 2.5K. So just to finish that one, I was thinking either you can go with something like this for 360, with tax in the UK. I know you're in euros, or you could stay in Moser and go for the KS. The Moser KS is a great rim. I've used it a long time. But it doesn't have a screen in it. It feels kind of old school. But it's about £280, I think. £280. So pretty good value. Yeah, lots of shills out there. Got to be careful. Should I upgrade from the G29 to the Moser R5? G29 to Moser R5 is a definite upgrade on the wheelbase side. The pedals, however,
are not.
If you're actually going from G29 pedals to SRP pedals, I'm not convinced that's an upgrade. So the G29 pedals have a clutch in them. And they got a nice carpet pedal tray, and they're a bit stylish. What's up? When's SimMagic coming out? I mean, I'll let you know. Hopefully you've seen my interview with ex-SimMagic dude, Tyler Wang, when I spoke to him about the active pedal. I think it's one of the only SimMagic active pedal videos on YouTube. I don't know what they're doing since then. Hi, Kirith, what you guys reckon is the best sim racing game for VR? I would say iRacing. And I do a lot of VR sim racing. I've been doing Le Mans Ultimate recently. Have a look at my Le Mans Ultimate videos when you've got time in VR. I've done a couple at Le Mans. However, it is a pain to set up. Once you've set it up, it's like, okay, this is nice. And my 4090 is doing a lot of the grunt work. However, on the PC I've got here, which is a 4060 Ti, that runs iRacing quite well. So I would say iRacing. Have you guys reviewed the Playseat Formula Instinct? No, I haven't. That was a tubular one? Let us know. Dre Brown, when will Fanatec Full Force come to G7? Whenever Polyphony implement it. And if I was Logitech, I'd be saying to Polyphony, there's so much other stuff you got to do before you implement Full Force. I do have a Fanatec Clutchport DD, so I will be doing a guide on Full Force for iRacing, though. Is the Conspit 300 GT compatible with other wheelbases? Well, it's here. So let me show you. So it has the standard bolt pattern here behind the QR. Can you see this triangle? You take that off and there's a cable that comes out, and then they give you, it might be on the floor next to you. No, it isn't.
Which one are we looking for?
Is there a USB cord cable down there, just like randomly?
Oh, there was. I saw it.
Yeah, there was somewhere. I've lost it. But anyway, you just plug it into your PC. So the answer is yes. I've been running my Asher wheels on my Moser, so that's how I've been doing it. So
I'm nearly finished it. Nearly finished.
Flu've got my master's exam tomorrow, so getting a full-time paycheck is a good job. Well, definitely do your research, because I know you said you wanted one you're not going to regret, and you should, for that amount of money, you shouldn't be. If you can buy from retailers that have good refund rights. What I recommended to you in terms of the Moser Active pedal that is quite experimental. So if you don't want to go for the active pedal, you could just go for the CRP2s that are more kind of less question about them.
I can't remember what the other one of these is. T818. What's the other one?
T598.
598. That's the one.
Marcia Carolina Darden Limmer says, is a G29 worth it? Yes, absolutely. If you get the G29 as a discount from a retailer, I'm always going to say it's worth it. Mr. Coney 98, if you didn't have strict budget for wheel setup, but you wouldn't like to overspend and get most bang for your buck, which wheelbase would you choose for PS5? T598 Fanatec. If you don't have a strict budget.
Hang on, this is the last one I'm doing. There you go. Consoles.
Nice. This is going to go to your question, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have put the Moser R5 on there, which is not...
I know, but it's in there, so whatever. You can't see it properly.
To answer your question, between Logitech T598 and Fanatec GT-DD, they're all good options. The Thrustmaster is you would go for it if you are really concerned about budget, I would say.
Sorry.
So the question was, if you didn't have a strict budget for wheel setup, but you wouldn't like to overspend, so you're sensible, get the most bang for your buck, which wheelbase would you choose for PS5? I said it was between the G Pro, the T598 and the Fanatec. I would say normally you would go for the T598 if you are really strict on budget, because it's big, it heats up, people say it's noisy, the quick release isn't the best. The pedals aren't the best. So arguably you should be looking at the Fanatec. But the G Pro for me is the one that you're like, I don't want to have to worry about it. I'm going to buy it probably from a retailer. If it doesn't work...
That's the bonus. Buying stuff from retailers is massive.
But now Fanatec do 3-year warranty, so that's insane. Senator XMG, last week I asked you for your thoughts on the Moser KSL. Bought your recommendation. Very happy, very good. Hopefully used my affiliate link if I helped you out. So let me know. Otherwise I'm going to have a little cry here. But yeah, and if it ever breaks, my one broke... and I fixed it, and there's a video on YouTube, so it's already sorted. So when that happens in 2 years' time, if it happens, that was my quick release, came a bit loose.
Man, you wish you watched this 2 hours ago. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry,
nothing we can do.
Yeah, we were at the pub, so...
Literally.
Yeah. Noko Doku, thanks for asking my question. No, thanks for coming along. Appreciate it. Marcia said hi. Oh, that's the thing in the shorts, isn't it? Bastion, it's a new tubular rig. I thought about getting a first cockpit. They're not that adjustable. The play seat. They look good.
Were you on about this?
No. That's way more expensive. I was gonna... definitely rule out the aluminium rigs before you decide. Mac, I'm on G Pro now. I love it, but I never tried Fanatec, for example. Why is there so much hate towards Logitech? Basically, people look down on Logitech and like, they're crappy plastic.
Because they haven't changed the looks of it.
Yeah.
They still look like the same stuff from 10 years ago.
And they're not coming out with loads of rims.
There's no fancy lights everywhere.
They don't have a wheel with a screen, they have a Formula rim. So that's why they're not. You're not going to have a lot of people defend Logitech.
There is nothing wrong with the Logitech stuff, though. It's all good stuff. It just doesn't have all the bells and whistles and shine at your face.
I got one for review coming up to almost 3 years ago, I think now. In fact, it wasn't even for review. It's to just do some content on ACC. And I just kept it to use on GT7. And that's like, I know if I want to play GT7 right now, I go there, I hit the big red button, it turns on and it just works.
Yes.
And the only time it hasn't worked properly is when Polyphony broke it and I made the video about it. What about PXN? PXN are sending something over to review. I don't know about PXN, to be honest. I'll be reviewing that very thoroughly. Wrenchley's got one. Motion rig, Sam.
You answer it as if I've got one.
Can I have a cup? I want to go for a little beverage.
I don't know anything.
Sam's an expert on motion. So.
How am I an expert on motion? I don't know anything about motion at all. I don't know. They do look cool though. You look for the water.
Yeah.
That's here as well. I've got it all. I'm storing it all. I can't help you with that. Sorry. Dirty Mandy could have saved 450 quid. Well, everyone else knows now to use your affiliate stuff and listen to us, and you can save money while still getting good stuff.
Yeah.
You can get DD Pro off Fanatec refurbished for less than 500.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bargain, to be fair.
Rensley, would you go VR headset or dual monitor? I would go VR headset over triples. Like for me, VR headset over triples, and it's only going to get better. They're only going to get lighter and everything. Can I get to real racing like G3C sim racing and how? We have a friend who is racing in America right now, literally through sim racing.
Yeah, through the golden ticket stuff. No,
Racing
Racing Prodigy. Yeah, Racing Prodigy, golden ticket. It was a golden ticket event. On iRacing, it's called the golden ticket.
Is it? I've never heard of golden ticket.
Yeah.
I thought that's like Willy Wonka.
Racing Prodigy, golden ticket. Unless I'm just...
No worries, XMG. As long as if you got the retailer, that's even better. That's the pro strat.
There you go. Look, Racing Prodigy,
Okay,
golden ticket.
there we go.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Do you know anything about the Simagic Zeus modular wheel? I think since Tyler Wang has left, I don't know what's going to happen with Simagic now. That's just my honest opinion. Because the dude's gone to Conspit, and then a few months later...
And then bashing out
I get
absolute
this.
killer stuff.
Yeah. And I'm like, this looks like a Simagic GT Neo, but with a screen and like nicer features maybe. But anyway.
And nice colouring.
Yeah. Mandy says T598 is nowhere near as good as my Fantech GT DD Pro. I wouldn't expect it to be. Big Perm says you can get aluminium rigs without seats for $350 now. That's good that the price is coming down.
Definitely can.
It's just extrusion.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I got my one for less than 300. So yeah, it's about the same equation, isn't it?
Mr. Coney says, so for Fantech, is 8 Nm enough when you go for the extreme? In my reviews of the 8 Nm, I said actually I think this is fine. So the extreme I think is 15. I've got a Simucube 2 Pro on the base at the moment. It's 25. I'm running that at like 8 or something. Mm-hmm. So no. And on my G Pro, I never think on my Logitech G Pro, oh, I want more than 11 Nm. Yeah. I never ever think it.
That's the thing. We've said it on every live stream. People are like, oh, I should get the 20 Nm, 21. We always run at like 8 or 9, 10 max. And I don't ever feel like I need more. Yeah, you get like more of the fine detail.
What am I going to need it for? I want to injure myself. Like, do you get it? I'm quick, like, not sounding arrogant, but I'm quick already. I'm not going to get quicker by like having like 1 billion Newton meters.
Yeah.
Like, I want to enjoy it and I want to feel the force feedback and then I want to drive. I've driven a GT3 in real life and I've spun it and it didn't take my arms off. So that's just my view anyway.
What do you like better, the Moza R9, Simagic Alpha Mini, or Simagic Alpha Evo 9?
I'm not the best on those Simagic ones. I'm not the best on them, so I wouldn't be able to say.
I use a Moza R9 at the moment, and I really enjoy it. I don't feel I need much more than it. It hasn't let me down. It does everything I need it to do.
I am Manix. Hi, I recently made my dream sim racing setup. I only have a T300 RS GT and will buy a TLCM on week. Good shout. Getting TLCM load cells. Do you think that only fun sim racing is a good material? I think the TLCMs are great. Got a pair here, load cells.
Buried?
Yeah, they're waiting to come out. Yeah, clutch in there.
They're nice. They are nice wheels, and a lot of people are using them.
Yeah,
a lot of fast people.
They are better than the T598 bundle pedals. So
yeah.
The question for you is like later down the line, do you want to upgrade your T300 to a T598? That's a question we're getting a lot, and for me, it's not certain whether that is a straight up big upgrade. The smart move, I would say, is getting the pedals exactly like you've done. I need some different pedals. What do you suggest for this T598? Dirty Man says, I say exactly what Manix has done and get the TLCMs. Yeah, Backwards says the T598 is definitely better than T300, but I'm not sure it's worth spending $400 on the base or not.
On the T598. It's $450 for it, for the base.
I'm going to try and get these vibes up. I'm going to try and get the vibes up.
You're trying to deafen everyone.
Yeah. Let me know if you can hear the music.
Do you think a gaming laptop will suffice for sim racing? Well, Max Verstappen uses a gaming laptop when he goes away for his Formula 1 races. So yeah, it definitely does work. Thoughts on the damper kit on the throttle for the Fantech Club Sport V3s?
I didn't use a damper kit, but I used a brake performance kit.
Yeah.
Did you use a brake performance kit?
I've got a brake performance kit, but I don't have the damper kit either on my V3s. And my V3 is what I'm using at the moment.
The damper looks cool.
Yes.
People use the damper on the throttle.
Really?
That's the thing, yeah.
What, is that the cheat code? Is that the little hat? The little hat?
That's what Nathan was saying. In fact, Nathan might also have V3s. But when we put them together, we were like, what's the hardest we can make this thing? We were like, can we chop this thing and like make it just super hard all the way through? TLCMs. And if you do want to buy Thrustmaster, go to www.simracingdiscounts.com because sometimes I have a discount running. There was a 10% discount running for a bit, and a lot of people save money, which is great.
The Moser R5 better than the Fanatec CSL R5 or CSL 5 Newton-meter McLaren bundle?
I don't think so. I think the Fanatec pedals are going to be better.
Yeah.
I mean, Moser need to up these SRPs.
You know what? I love all the Moser wheelbases and
Rims.
wheels, and love that pedals. Just
until you
spend some money. Yeah, the pedals actually let down the Moser, especially in the bundles.
I wonder if they do that deliberately because I know the CRPTs are good, and I know people are going to upgrade to them.
Yeah, maybe. Button boxes, to be or not to be.
Sam's your person on that one.
I printed a button box and I don't use it.
Really?
I don't use it. Modern steering wheels nowadays, depends what you got. If you've got a really basic wheel with not many buttons, for example, where's your McLaren? That's your place, isn't it? Yeah, if you've got a really basic wheel with not a lot of buttons, then definitely. But modern wheels nowadays have so many buttons, you don't need them.
Why need a button box for this?
Yeah, exactly. I've got a button box. I made it, and it's sat on my shelf. I've never used it, so I don't need it. But if I went and used like the Fanatec wheel, the Fanatec NASCAR wheel, which doesn't come with any buttons, obviously I'll be using one.
Some great questions. These are some of the best questions we've ever had in this stream. These are fantastic questions. Manic says, is a T500 upgrade worth it? I'm not sure from a T300. I think wait until Thrustmaster come out with... The T818 is better than the T598, but it's not compatible on console. So when Thrustmaster do like an 8Nm, then you might want to consider it. Question, if I may, if Logitech and McLaren recent F1 style wheel, will it cost less or more than 1K? I saw today, it's been publicly announced, I believe, I don't think I'm leaking it, that Logitech and McLaren have extended their partnership. And I may be at McLaren in the near future, very near future, so you can interpret that how you want. No way it's going to cost more than £1,000. That's not Logitech's. That's not where they operate. Have a look at my interview with the head of sim racing at Logitech on my channel, and he gives a lot of clues there. Prezzo's got a question. 200, 250 euro budget, which pedals? That's a great question, because you're not getting into V3s for that.
No.
Are you on PC? If you're on PC... these Chinese aluminium pedals may be in budget. So let us know.
And they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty solid ones.
Where is True Force a fan set? Well, True Force is Logitech exclusive. I think it would mean Full Force, and it's not there yet. So Senator's made some mods on the Moser SRP lights. Alien mods. I've heard these. He's come up for Alien mods.
I've seen them. Someone mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
Would you be upgrading the pedals first within the Moser R3 bundle or the wheelbase? Pedals personally, because I just really do not rate the pedals at all.
Yeah. It's good. The SRP light, we'll have to do the upgrade and see how they are. I just think the CRP2s...
We need to get a video out on the difference between them.
Yeah, I do. We use them just before we use active pedals. And actually... there's a lot of similarities, like in the pedal plates. Now, I think they're just a really good set of pedals, better than the V3s, and I think the V3s are great. I think the G Pro pedals are great. So you got to, in that space of that like 100 kg load cell, you've got to be really, really good. What's a good budget VR headset? Yeah, Quest 3, or the one we've got here. That's the Pimax Crystal Lights.
Oh, grab it or not?
Yeah, grab it. Why not? Oh, I didn't loop it, that's why.
The music went quickly. I can go back to where it was.
Oh, I know what I can do. I can change the music like this. I can change the vibes. Ready?
Serious questions.
Oh my god, no, I've done the wrong thing.
I'm reading through, not sure I appreciate it.
Sorry everyone, I think I've just...
The formal esports were in the background. I was going to buy that. What one? Which one? The Formula E.
Oh.
Or are you on about this wheel? A bit more information. This one here. This was my go-to. This is my own personal wheel, and this was my go-to wheel when I ran Fanatec stuff. Absolutely loved this. For a nice budget wheel, it was really, really great. It's got rumble motors in here. Like, a lot of people don't notice that. So when you understeer, you can feel it because these will rumble around in your hand. It's really simple to use. There was no, obviously, as you can see, there's not a massive screen on it, so you don't get too much information. But all the buttons are in like decent. All of them apart from these two here are in nice placement. It's really, to be fair, for the price fit and for what it is, it was a great wheel.
Yeah.
Still is a great wheel. It's just that I've moved over to a different brand.
Will Pearson says, have either of you had to try the M booster pedal yet? I have, and I've done a review video on it. I haven't used it that much. It's weird how it articulates, but it, like I said, I think it at least gives you 80% of the way of the Simucube for half the price, I think. So you can get a whole set with the throttle for $9.99. Yeah. But I've been getting comments under that video saying that people still haven't received theirs yet. So I would really have a look at the forums on that, basically. That's my thought. Mandy,
I'd look at the other Fanatec wheel as well. Do you remember what it's called? The other Formula 1 wheel.
V2X or something? Or...
I can't remember what it's called, but it's a little bit more. But that's a nice wheel, and it has the rumble motors in it as well.
Chloe coming in saying, just starting platform racing, I can get Logitech G923 and shifter for 300 or Thrustmaster variant. So what console are you racing on? Is it Xbox or PlayStation? Let us know. And, oh, my screen's going to run out of battery. Hang on, I didn't think this through. That's going to mess up everything. Sam, you have to...
Oh, am I going to have to take over here?
Yeah.
For PS5. So, PS5, that leaves you with... Let's have a look.
Can you check whether that's the T598 is an option or whether it's just T248 or which one it is?
What, for the Thrustmaster?
Yeah.
On...
Okay, we may be back. There was a small...
Wow. Small technical
disaster, basically. Let me just... I can try and get the music going.
Is it working? It looks like we're back.
There we go.
Yeah, someone plugged in something and it didn't agree with the computer.
This vibe is too much for me as well.
Struggling. Chloe, back to... I was answering your question before it cut off. So you can get Thrustmaster T598 on PlayStation. So that is a solid option for you to go for, Chloe.
But it depends on the pricing. I think it's $450. Is it $450 US or $499?
$450 British.
Yeah, so I don't know what that converts to in
freedom. $520 in freedom units. Filmex Fusion. Here's the maths question. Can every even number greater than 2 be written as the sum of 2 prime numbers?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to update the stream. I'm going to put it back. I don't know why I wasn't on subscriber. I'm going to put it on subscriber chat.
Has it ever been on that? On the other one?
Yeah, I don't know why. Because then I won't get
the random
spam. Okay, I think we're back. Do I need to make this bigger? Yeah.
What are we doing?
There we go. All good?
Yep. All good.
Whoa. Just a small technical thing.
What would be your recommendation for GT3 PS5 racing experience, not including cockpit, for under 1200? Must be PS5 compatible.
Well,
for GT3.
Well, G Pro with RS track, or you're going to get a Fanatec and get the McLaren.
Where's it?
Or potentially get the Fanatec and get the Porsche wheel. Or you get T598 and get the 488. So you're really good budget for that. Mm-hmm. Like you're actually over budget. That's great. Thought on Le Ultimate Game. I mean, I've done lots of videos on it. I don't like the way that they charge for everything. Like they're charging for access to some multiplayer, charging for a lot of the cars.
Do they charge more than iRacing?
It's a really interesting question because I think they want to.
Everyone's always moaning about iRacing thing, but are more games going that way?
The thing is with iRacing is if you buy it on Black Friday and you buy a GT3 and you buy Spa because you want to do the Spa 24, then I might even be cheaper. Doctor says, hello fellas, good to see you. Oh, Dirty Man, you paid staying. Oh, you bought the T59 today.
From Curry, so if anything does go wrong...
Go back to Curry's.
Exactly.
Just with the bots say, lads. Casper, do you think Gran Turismo is a sim or arcade? I think it's a sim. I don't think it's Need for Speed.
No. But then you have that whole genre of simcade, don't you?
Yeah, but I think it's way more on sim side than arcade. Like, you know, I've raced in real life cars, having done a lot of Gran Turismo, and the concept of doing an overtake is the same. Like, oh, I'm going to make sure I get a good exit and overtake on the exit.
But would it be classed as simcade if you don't use a driver cockpit? If you're cheating, not cheating, because you're not cheating.
I don't use driver cockpit.
If you're not sat at the steering wheel,
yeah.
So if you're behind the car, does it then become simcade?
I don't think it matters to me.
No?
I think, well, what do people think in the chat? Let us know. Is Gran Turismo a sim or arcade? Jamal says...
You should have a poll for that.
Yeah. But I don't want to risk anything. Do you know that you can use a throttle and clutch from a SimJack Pro pedals with Husqvarna Ultimate Brake Controller? So you can just get the brake. I wonder if we'll see more of that. We'll see more Chinese, let's say, throttles to just
like just going on random bases.
A bit like, so Simucube, this is the passive throttle, which is great. It looks amazing. Actually, look quite similar to the SimLab one, interestingly. But really, for the Simucube, you want the active pedal. Like, you don't want to be paying a lot for the throttle. So I wonder if there's a market where you have people who come out with super cheap throttles to pair with people.
Well, I was just about to say, are we going to get to a stage where you have like Simpson
maybe
throttle, Simucube brake, and then I don't know, Fanatec clutch or something?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm all for that world. I think that's great. Chloe says, does the G923 have better realism for True Force? Yes, it does. The G923 does. I've done videos on it with True Force. We've got a G923 behind us. But if you have the budget to go T598, it's a direct drive. I see. This is the thing, Chloe, right? I did a video, I think we may have done it together, I can't remember, where we compared the T598 and the G923.
We did.
Yeah. And I think it's a great video. So, by the way, Claire, definitely go and watch that video. Search my name and then T598, G923. There's a lot of people in that video saying, why are you comparing this? It's not a comparison. Like, what is unfair against the Logitech? This is budget. This is that's the budget. This is their budget
rim. Oh,
it's a great and relevant comparison. So I don't agree with any of those people that said it's not good. T-Bop just had the G923 just replaced with a Thrustmaster, and even that is better than the Logi. So as with the T300, maybe you can belt against gear. So maybe. I mean, my T150 versus G923.
My T150 versus G29. That's a closer comparison, isn't it?
Yeah, which one?
I settled on G29. I even made that wheel, didn't I?
I was never like, when I'm my T150, I was never like, oh, I wish I had a G923.
The only issue I had with my T150 is it kept overheating.
Yeah, same.
And I had to cut a massive hole out the side of it.
I had to take the shroud off. Just found out the gold paddles on the podium paddle upgrade work as a brake and accelerator on Fantech Formula V.25 wheels. Great, especially if you can't use your legs or brake on pedals. That's fantastic.
You can do that on a lot of the wheels, though. You can just bind it.
Not as much as you think, actually.
Is it game specific?
It's like, yeah, it's not as easy as you think. Like, yeah, it should be.
Well, I'll be driving that
hand control one.
Control kart again this weekend.
Nice.
So I'll get more videos of that.
I was working with Motorsport a couple of weeks ago, and they did a documentary of Robert Wickens.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Pocono crash, and he's now driving Corvette. Yeah, I think in IMSA using hand controls in GT3.
No, they're cool. Like I said, I've got the video on my channel of me driving a go-kart with hand controls, and it feels natural until something goes out, until something happens you're not expecting, and all of a sudden you panic and you're like, oh, because they don't have as much travel. Yeah. And obviously your hands aren't used to it.
So you're full.
And I just went full brake, locked up, and put myself in the wall. That's on my channel if you want to dig around for it.
Flax says Way of Life, haven't we sorted that out a few years ago? Is that something on the stream? There's many things that should be sorted out.
What's that?
Probably something I haven't done correctly, like the audio. There's no excuse for me to not sort out the audio, basically. T-Bop says True Force is a gimmick. Yes, it's good, but it doesn't help you racing. I don't know about help you racing, but I just completely disagree it's a gimmick. You only have to see what happened when it went down on GT7. A lot of people complained. Dirty Man says, what's the best rig you've had to go on? Well, we were speaking with Wave Italy, who we might go and see Wave Italy, who makes some insane rigs.
Mm-hmm.
And Vasari, like there's all there's levels to rigs that are way beyond like what you might expect.
I mean, I've been on the motion rig, the kart sim.
Okay.
The kart sim motion rig. Obviously, it's for karting, so it's very, very different to your normal rig. But that was really an eye opener for me. Being that I've always karted my whole life, jumping in a rig like that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Actual like GT3 rigs, stuff like that. The Fanatec podium. No.
Club Sport GT.
Club
It's a
Sport
nice rig, yeah.
It's a nice rig.
It's a nice looking rig.
It's well thought out if you're not taking wheelbases on and off all the time.
Yeah. Lots coming in here. Lots coming in. Jamal saying Discord. That link doesn't work anymore. It's now www.simracingdiscord.com. I need to change that. Do the extenders on pedals like Motor CRP actually make the pedals feel better? What do you mean extenders on the CRP2s? Do you mean the pedal plate or the pedal tray or the pedal plate? Let us know. Well, what's the best game to start on if moving to PC? iRacing Enemy. I still say iRacing. Mm-hmm. It's a big debate. I don't know what you think. A lot of people have been slating the iRacing tyre model recently.
I like the new tyre model. Like I did a lot of the Daytona GT3 last week. Obviously at night time, and you come out of the pits and it is just
skating.
Understeer city everywhere. And
which
you know
is like how it used to be.
How it should be. Because you don't come out, especially in what's it in America? IMSA. Especially in IMSA, they don't come out with red hot tyres. And you know at Daytona you come out the pits, you've got the right and then you've got the left flick before you get to the proper braking zone. Mm-hmm. That left flick with the new tyre model on cold tyres, you've got to lift for it, otherwise you go round. And I really enjoy, and it makes qualifying even more important. Yeah. Because you've got to get the tyres up. I've really, really enjoyed the new tyre model.
So I think a lot of people are criticising iRacing, saying you can't push in iRacing because you just can't push. Now, we know that when we go out in karting and cold tyres and it's greasy, it's completely different, right? Than when you're out there like 30 laps into a...
I suspect these people who are saying you can't push are like the hot lap specialists. They don't want to race, they just want to go out and pound the fastest lap you can ever find in your life.
But even if they're right, I would say so the question was, what do you recommend iRacing? I think iRacing is like the competition and personal improvement factor in iRacing is so strong. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter about whether it's the most accurate drive model or not, to me, actually. It's actually about the competition. You're going to sit on the grid in Mazdas or the BMW or FF600 and you're going to race against people as close as you can get, I think, to that feeling in real life when you're sat on the grid.
I don't personally think there's a game which replicates racing in real life as well as iRacing does. Yes, the graphics are old and dated. I understand that. Everyone understands that. But the actual experience of driving the car, bringing the tyres, managing your temperature if you're doing ovals and stuff like that, there's nothing, in my opinion, which even comes close. Yeah.
I think if I was going to race against AI, I'll put them on Ultimate because I've got all the licensed AI and everything. But if I want to, on a Sunday evening, like I've got a couple of hours. Yeah, I'm going to do 2-3 races in the series, and opinion on SimNet pedals and GT Gran Turismo. I've done it. I like them. The video's coming out. It's all ready, basically. Yeah, pretty good. Like, pretty good pedals. Very competitive.
Lucas, we've not tried any of the adapters for SimMagic to go onto PS5, so we can't really help on that one. Sorry.
Double OG says, what's better for experienced drivers, Fantech or Moser? If you're an experienced driver, it's not one's better.
Doesn't make a difference. Yeah. Whatever pedals you like better.
Is it good to steer with your feet? Absolutely, I would say, on the brakes. 100%, especially like Daytona Turn 1. How are you steering? Daytona Turn 1, it's all about releasing that brake pedal, I find.
Just came in noticing a new concept there. Is it much better than GT Neo?
That's the big question. That's the massive question.
Yeah. It's a hard one. Oh, that's not the cons bit. I'm talking the wrong
How
wheel.
is the Acer Tech?
That's the cons bit. I love this wheel. I do like the other one as well, though, which is up there, and you can't see it.
Duran says throttle extender. Do you mean the one that looks exactly like the Fanatec V3 throttle? That's very controversial that they released that. Because if so, on my V3s, this is really interesting. On your V3s, what plates do you have in your V3s? So long ones or the short?
Long.
Yeah.
On the throttle is the long one.
Because when I bought mine, it came with both. I didn't change it.
Okay.
Did yours?
I bought mine off my mate.
Whoa, Preston! Jesus. Thanks so much, Preston, for the $4.99. I'm surprised Polyphony hasn't just decided to stop doing free updates, because all people do is complain, I want some more Group 3 cars, but it is free. Preston, you sound a bit conflicted. Let me smash the like. Chat, everyone please get your claps out for Preston there. For the $4.99 donation. Thanks so much, Preston. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to understand. I'm surprised Polyphony hasn't just decided to stop doing free updates, because all people do is complain.
Yeah.
I agree. They're not getting any...
They don't get any praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a great point.
Yeah. Why do this?
Yeah. But then I don't understand what you're talking about. I want some more Group 3 cars, but it is free. Are you saying that you don't know whether you should be complaining? I would say probably GT8, they're going to update the roster. I would, if
I suspect they will. When GT8 comes out, there'll be a whole new... You'll have the classics always, but they will update. So for the latest McLaren, the new McLaren, new Ferrari, you'll get that stuff.
We're all saying W Preston, yes indeed. Thanks everyone to all the claps, putting Preston there. I was speaking with Kaz at the World Series. I went to the after event and it was really interesting. Was there like super late. He then went to... Where did he go first? He went on the European tour and basically saw everyone. And he was at the Nürburgring last weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if... Don't quote me on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if GT8 comes out and has a full WEC and or IMSA.
With how big WEC is at the moment, it'd be silly not to.
WEC is going to be interesting because of the Le Mans Ultimate license.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with something like that and they've got all these cars backed up. Because there was some data mining when G7 came out that they had all these cars ready, like the ones we're seeing. It's just like, rather than...
they're just like, instead of releasing it all in one go, they were drip feeding it all the way
So
through.
imagine, this is controversial because some other people say, it's 270 hours per car. But like, Gran Turismo 7 comes out. I don't know how many cars it has in it. Like, let's say 500. Do you release it with 500 cars? Or do you release it with 570 cars? Or do you release it with 500 cars and you keep your 70 and you release them every month?
I think people like the whole update thing, don't they?
Yeah.
I think people like that. And obviously, if you get new cars, you can also hide in the updates little bugs you're trying to get, to eliminate as well. So I think that would be the best bet. Preston,
he gets why people complain. Yeah, I think GT8 is going to be that thing. And definitely have a look at my video today, Preston, where I literally talk about this exact topic. And the comments are super interesting. Yeah, Mogo can see my video. It's Kaz's vision. I respect the dude for sticking to his guns. I mean, he was there. He was really interested in this. I think it was the Toyota, like the 86 back in the day, the Sprinter or something. You know, it's like an old, like 80s touring car, like not the new GR.
The AE 86, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The anime car.
Yeah, I think so. But they had a touring car version, and it was so narrow and like it was so pure, and he was like obsessed with it.
Chloe says, what's the cheapest feasible cockpit? Well, I used a Playseat Challenge for years.
100% feasible.
And that was with belt drive and direct drive.
And if you're getting a G923 or 2598,
perfect.
Literally
perfect.
Pixel says, what wheel and pedal should I get under $500? Obviously, T598 is coming for that. And then maybe the Fantech as well, like with discounts at the moment. But let us know what platform. Like Chloe says, what platform. Mbappe. Hi, I'm quite into sim racing. Here. But just bought my first wheel to play F124. I was playing with Lewis Hamilton. And I don't use traction control. Bear in mind that F125's come out. But it's super expensive. I don't use traction control. How do I learn to control the throttle? That's great you're not using traction control. And you're enjoying it. Basically, you've got to feel that if you're applying throttle and your wheels, you've got lock on your wheel, you've got to feel like...
I would recommend starting with traction control and just slowly dialing it down.
That's a good idea.
Is personally what I would recommend. As you're new to it as well, you don't want to go straight from traction control to nothing.
Yeah.
I would personally recommend... I haven't played F1 games for years. Let's just use an example. Start on 3. Make sure you can master that. Then go down to 2, 1, 0. I've worked my way down.
So when I was doing F125, I started with no ABS and no TC, and now I've actually put the ABS on.
I can't believe anyone runs without ABS.
I was running without it. I was because against single player it's fun, but again, this is the difference between single player and online. Online would be mad too.
Yeah.
Q856. Should I get the Thrustmaster T300 RS or G923? T300 is going to be better there than the G923. That's Mbappe again.
Death Stranding 2 on my...
Welcome, Farah Cadet. If you're joining us, by the way, smash the like button. I don't know what likes we're on at the moment. What's the like front saying?
Is it gone?
41, chat. We can do so much better than that. Everyone right now, just smash that like button. We want to try and get to 100. We always want to get to 100.
You're short. Well, Curry, my son used to play in my play seat, and all I used to do was just wham some pillows behind him. So that's all you need to do. Just put some pillows underneath your butt to lift you up if you need to, and behind your back to push you forwards if you need to.
Yeah.
And my kid at the time was probably 10. And I know he's a giant, but he was about 5 foot at the time.
I'm fairly tall, and I used to use a pillow in it. It just actually, or cushion, it just used to sit me nicer. Because if I didn't have it, I'd actually
never crossed my mind.
Yeah, I just would sink down too much into it, and I actually just wanted to be a bit more like that.
But yeah, use a pillow. It's a legitimate way you can do it.
Preston's doing Death Stranding 2 on the T598. I want to see that playthrough. Pixel was for Xbox, the $500. Not the T598 then.
No. Moser.
Moser R3. First time we've mentioned it today. There we go. $500 Moser R3. They need to bring out more Xbox rims though, and it sounds like you need to get the Alien brake mod kit.
Yes, which we don't know. About.
Football Short saying R3 or T300. We really rate the R3. It's a super nice wheelbase.
Mbappe would reply saying, "Okay, thanks. I just don't use it because people said to jump it, so that I could get better at it quicker." Now, definitely, I'd start on the assists. They're there for a reason.
Yeah, mate.
Especially
no ABS is like brutal. Like I was the same when I was doing Forza Motorsport 3. I would never use ABS as a challenge, but on GT7, I'm going to use. Yeah. It depends what you're into. It depends what you're into.
I would, my personal opinion, and I still do it even now. Yes, it's a different game, but I use it on iRacing. I would start with low or start medium traction control and work your way down to it if you really want to get rid of it.
Here's the thing. Yeah, okay, so...
But GT7, you were faster without traction control, no questions asked.
I was talking more about ABS.
Oh, ABS. Like, put it on.
So, leaving aside your point about how you get faster, like step it off, don't you think that if they want to run no TC, no ABS, isn't that going to make them a better driver? Isn't that commendable? When we're karting, we don't have ABS or TC. Imagine someone coming into a car in the wet.
Yeah, but you have a lot more feel. Natural feel from being attached to it in real life. It's commendable. I don't think it'll make you faster in the slightest.
I think it's commendable.
I think all it's going to do is put you off. If you're new to sim racing and you just turn off all aids, turn it all off, after about a week, you're just like, I can't do it.
But what if they become really good at threshold braking?
Well, then congratulations, but that's not going to be everyone.
Okay. What foldable stand should I get? Q856, have you seen our review of the Genius rig? That's just off screen.
Which is also called the Indigo Lime at the time.
Yeah, if you search on YouTube, My Sim Rig Defies Physics, I should change the title, then...
the foldable rig review.
Yeah, that's the best foldable rig I've ever seen.
Really enjoyed it.
Jess is saying V3's out of the box with both upgrades. Do you mean the damper and the brake performance kit? Trail braking sucks. Yeah, just get dialed in. Brake performance kit, you can change the elastometers.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Josh. Hi, Kirith. Great job in the interviews. Definitely cool to have you through. Yeah, lots more interviews coming. I mean, big interview with the SimLab CEO coming. Endurance Motorsport series coming. So lots of interviews still to come. Lots of Formula interviews which aren't so popular on the channel, which is a shame. If you like my interviews, definitely check out the Formula interviews. They're really good. Go Horns. How much should I spend on a PC to run games like iRacing and LMU?
You did a video on that?
We did a video, came out this weekend, called Helping My Friend Build His First Sim Racing PC. Running a single monitor at 1440. 1440 is great. I would not go up to 4K. In fact, the video I did on iRacing last, I went down from 4K to 1440p just to save headroom, and it was great.
I like single monitors, ultra wide, curved. I really like them.
Sam, this PC here,
yes,
with the graphics card is about, I think about $400. Was running iRacing this weekend at 200 frames a second.
Which is mad.
Which is mad.
Absolutely mad.
Zero call back to my first rig going with Track Racer TR8 Pro and Fanatec wheel and decent load cell pedals. Triple 27s. Very nice. Did you go for V3s or did you go for the SimNet pedals? And Track Racer are sending something over for review. I don't know if it's secret or not. But Track Racer are sending something over from Australia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about we go to Australia?
Yeah.
That'd be a nice one. They don't need to send it.
Yeah.
When they could just fly us there. Surely it'd be cheaper that way.
That's a lot of time though. We'll do a live stream of plane. Will Pearson moved from the Playseat Challenge G23 to an R3 bundle and Playseat Trophy for your birthday. Very nice. Nice upgrade. G923 to R3. Yep. We've done videos comparing them.
What do you think of it?
Yeah, what do you think?
What do you think? Because we know what we think. What do you think? Football shorts. Can you use a Moser R3 or the Playseat Evo?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
But it'll be little tiny. I mean, by the way, if you don't know what this is, it's been here all the time and you haven't noticed because this is in many ways the best direct drive wheelbase in the world.
Yeah.
It's just obscene. It's just so good.
I'm trying to see.
The rim's there.
No. What have we got which is comparable Newton meters wise here, just to show the difference?
T598 was just.
Oh, it's buried at the back.
Yeah. So.
What's his Fanatec at? 9? Is it
8.
Oh, there's the size difference between an 8 and a little 9. Huge.
The R3 is insane, and it's actually 3.9 meters.
So 4 then. We love this little thing. It's so nice to live.
Mbappe, I'm into purely everyone wants to cheat F1 copy. Recommend Playseat Challenge. Playseat Challenge for me.
Sorry, I missed everything you were saying.
I'm into pure realistic F1. Also, what's a cheap F1 copy?
Playseat Challenge, yeah.
I'm gonna change the vibe.
I'll keep that out actually because I love that little wheelbase. What's the best upgrade to a Logitech G29? Wait, don't drop that.
The best upgrade, SimuCube 2 Pro. What's the?
You can get the, I can't remember the brand, AXC I think it is, for the load cell pedal. It's not quite load cell, but it feels a lot better than the standard ones for the Logitech G29. And if you really inclined to, and know someone who's got one, you can 3D print a wheel for it. Is that right, Wera? Yeah. You can also 3D print a wheel for your G29. It's a bit of a hassle, but as you can see, many years ago I did it. And it works. And it feels cool that you actually use something which you made. What else? How can I get better, please?
I don't know how to control this music.
As he's just playing around with that. How can I get better, Ren says. Practice. Bum in seat time is what they say in real life. So it's going to exactly correlate in this. Oh my, there's a lot going on there.
Okay, I changed it. I think you've got to queue it up.
Right, Kirif, we're a long way behind here. if we want to fly through a load. So
Josh, do you think Ace Tech will get to play Chipworld? Watch my interview with Ace Tech CEO. Yes, but it'll be more expensive. Penguin, can you recommend me a good beginner steering of my setup for car games? Moser R3, unless you're on PlayStation, so let us know. Best round wheels for TCR. Do you mean touring cars?
Yeah, TCR front wheel drive.
Yeah.
No, not touring cars. There's an actual series TCR.
Okay.
They're little front wheel drive cars.
Like the Audi one.
Audis, Hyundais.
Honestly, round wheels, not even the cheap, the bundled like.
Yeah. The Aztec will be nice for it, wherever that is.
Can you use any wheel with the next level racing RT light cockpit? Yes, pretty much. I think I'll have on the plate. It's super small, looks like a mouse. That's the R3. Duran, if someone who only drives Group 3, Group 4 and Gran Turismo wants to move to PC and wants a sim that has more variety but it's not super complicated, what sim would... You are going to love iRacing so much if you just buy the Ferrari 296 GT3 and get a 1-year iRacing subscription.
Yeah.
I can't translate the excitement.
They still do the esports subscription thing for iRacing.
There's a glitch you can do with...
No, it's not. It was a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
If you sign up for...
You have to be in the UK, aren't you?
Well, yeah, okay. If you no,
it's UK. It's
UK,
UK,
but every national body.
Oh, is it meant to?
Yeah, they've all got it. So whatever the American RAW, RAW's the remote control. But yeah, there's a thing where you can get like a year and the free F4 for like 30 quid. So definitely look into that.
Le Passion the Bagnoles says, what Thrustmaster can removable wheel and base be on Xbox? I don't think there's any at the moment. They need to do T5 on Xbox. I'll be first to review that because I'll be reviewing that day one. 250 is quite expensive. Do you know anything cheaper than the Playseat Challenge? Then you're going into wheel stands.
Or, sorry, have a look at the XR Rocker, which is essentially a Playseat clone.
A worse Playseat.
I had that.
A worse Playseat.
Have a look at it though, because it is cheaper.
Speaking of wheel stands, Duke says, best affordable sim rig for my DD Extreme setup. Come using wheel stand. Respect for using the wheel stand. DD Extreme. Go for the GT Mega Prime Lite. www.gtmega.com. Use my code Cleareth5 at checkout. You don't have a seat at the moment, but if you did get a seat, it's like £330 or something, and I've been using it on a 60 Newton meter, which is the same as your DD Extreme. Should I get ACC or wait for AC Evo? ACC is £10 on my Instant Gaming link. There, if you go to simracingdiscounts.com or somewhere, you'll see you get it for like $9.99. So I would just get it. Like, it's really good value for $9.99. In fact, I wouldn't rush to get AC Evo right now. It's like it's not optimized. So I'd be on ACC until the crossover. It's like tires, like when it's ready to cross over onto AC Evo. I don't think we're there yet. Nick Rees, bearing in mind cost difference, is it better to self-assemble, just buy a wheel already made? I mean, if you're happy working with motors...
I mean, if I was technically minded enough, I would love to make my own.
We'll do it. We'll do some videos on it.
Do you want... Should I print?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Should I print it? We'll do that.
In fact, let us know in the chat if you want to see us make our own direct drive wheel. So let us know, because I reckon it would be... We source a motor somewhere.
Yeah.
That they're
washing machine.
Yeah, and they're super powerful. Like... 5 Newton meters is laughable for a motor, like industrial application. You get the PCB, the motor server, and you have open source software.
Yeah, you can run like SimHub type thing.
It's OSW, but like, Casper, you get a magic wand and you can add one class category, one circuit, and one feature to come to GT7. What do you do? Silverstone... and all the hypercars. Oh my god, yes. And one feature.
Monster trucks.
Free roam.
Monster trucks. Free roam would be cool though.
Yeah.
Free roam would be cool.
It doesn't need to be anywhere mad. Just go to the Swiss Alps bit they've done and just open it up and add some roads. Like, that's
like a merge of Forza Horizon.
Oh, sorry, one feature. Track editor that can also be free roam. Just give us the tools. People in Gran Turismo. Have you seen the livery?
Like Trackmania.
Yeah. Like
can you imagine it like Trackmania?
Yeah.
Whereabouts are
is a track racer haptic worth it? Yeah, people. I'm going to ask them actually someone over for review because people said about that.
Hep saying, "Hi, I'm just trying to get into sim racing. Any wheel recommendations are under 100? You're going to struggle. second
You
hand.
get the Thrustmaster. I mean, T8. I don't know what the cheapest way
What's
to
the
get
T150 go for nowadays?
I think the T150 isn't officially. I need to change the track.
What's the T150 go for?
The thing is, a used T150 sounds dangerous.
You can, yeah.
Like my T150 is just overheats in like 10 seconds now.
Literally had to cut the side off, didn't we? On my one.
Alan says Moser R3 and Moser R5 for a beginner. R3, if you get an Xbox, you got you covered. I don't. Oh man, I've got an R5 and an R3. This is the R3. I mean, the R5 is better, but the R3 is so just like.
Just small.
You know what I want to 3D print on this? I want to 3D print a mount. Because it's only 3.9,
yeah.
I want a 3D print a mount that you don't. That will just some clamp or something.
For what?
A desk.
For a desk.
What's the simplest way to clamp that to a desk without the big metally one? Can you have an extra frame?
I'll have a think about that.
Yeah.
I'll have a think about it. Sell it. First product.
Yeah. Welcome, Paul Casser.
What's the best bundle for $800? On what, Mike? Are we talking about PC, console, and if console, what one?
And what brand have wheels to be perfect for racing on all platforms? Logitech, Thrustmaster. No. All platforms. Well, Logitech and Fanatec.
That's it.
Yeah. PlayStation base and get an exports room.
Can you hang a normal TV on a monitor bracket for the rigs? Depends on your TV.
Yeah, I mean, you on the wall. Yeah, you can. I mean, I've got one here. That's a normal bracket.
That's very true.
So,
as long as your TV's actually got the mounting points for it, you're absolutely fine. Can you create one for the wheel of the hoverboard, by the way? What?
Yeah, that for the motor. Hoverboard motors.
Okay, got you.
Can you use an F1 style wheel on the Moser R3?
You can. It's the £35 thing.
The ES mod.
ES. Yeah. That's it. You can, and it's great.
Yeah, GT6 has a track maker, I think.
Basically, all you do is take off this outer rim. Moser do their own one, and you just take this rim off over there, put a new one on, done. Easy. Yeah. Really easy to do.
Howie says, I thought Howie was from Iraq. I was going to say hello from Iraq. You look like the Iraqi flag, but I think it's like a... It's like
a hello, my name is type.
Any thoughts on Idol Monsters and Mouse in the Rig? 32. 32 was great, or 34 ultra wide if you're on PC.
I think I'm on 34 ultra wide.
34 ultra wide are so good, bang for buck.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll try and get a brand to give a discount so I can be like, this is the one.
MSI.
This one's MSI actually.
Oh, there you go.
Ethan, hi Kira, I'm looking to swap from Moser to Simagic. What's your thoughts? Let us know what you're looking to swap to. And Tom Jott is saying thoughts on Simagic. Let us know pedals, the P1000s, or is it the Alpha Minis and whatnot? Mm-hmm. Speed Force Sim Racer, long time. Why don't content creators don't emphasize? So I think why don't content creators emphasize clipping to how much Newton meter wheelbases to buy? What do you mean? Are you saying that actually if you get a 50 Newton meter and you run it lower, you're not going to clip? Is that what? I think that might be what you're saying.
Yeah, is he trying to work out how much...
How does his music work?
Headroom. You're obsessing by that.
Yeah, I can't.
You're obsessed. And Mbappe's still with the use a PS4 setup and a wheel and a good setup, or shall I look at save some money? If you've got the stuff at the moment, then I would just save your money, put your money towards a new setup, and just save. PS4 is perfectly good enough for F1 24. Tom Justice, Walmid, that's me. I was at Club 100 Junior last weekend.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Assuming you enjoyed it at Rissington. I'm at Rissington this weekend with the seniors, but I didn't manage to get a track guide out in time. Sorry. But I don't know, the next one's Clay, isn't it, Tom? And I have a track guide for Clay, so check that out.
Doug says Simnet pedals, what are they like compared to Fanta? I really like them. They've been on the rig now for ages because they work with everything. That's
the first SF1000 comment.
I mostly pay for one. I love the SF1000. Should I build a Thrustmaster rig just to get the SF1000 or consider Fantic and Moser? If you want Moser, get the FSR, which is probably a better wheel than the SF1000. It should be for the price. Although I feel like the FSR is smaller than this. It feels like it's smaller. What do you think?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I don't think it is.
All right.
But you know a lot more about it than I do.
Yeah, or FSR2 now. But
Yeah.
I've done they're both the same as far as I can tell. In fact, if you get a good deal on the FSR, that's great. Fanatec, you can get the... Well, what do you think's better, actually, this or your Fanatec Formula Room? That's better made than this.
Yes, this is a lot more confident inspiring. It doesn't have the fancy screen. It doesn't have all the rotaries, but then it's got the haptic motors in the.
But your one doesn't do this, does it?
No, mine doesn't make a noise.
I'm pretty sure I could break this if I wanted, but that's
Yeah.
a bit of a stupid test. But
I did modify this with. No, I didn't. It was a different wheel. No, but they're both good wheels. To be fair.
Jenny says, grab camera for Lamar Jackson. I don't know who Lamar Jackson is,
No,
so no idea.
no idea. But they've also posted it further down as well.
Justin, what are your thoughts on the SimLab XP1 pedals? I was at SimLab. They're really nice. I think they're pretty similar to the SimuCube ones here, so they're very nice pedals, basically. Yeah. But chat, we've been going for I don't know how long, almost 3,000 views, which is crazy. This is the biggest stream that we've done, and we really hope you're enjoying it. I would say let's do a last call of questions. Speed questions.
Speed questions got
Yeah.
to quarter past. It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Last call for questions, and we'll answer them. Casper, have you driven the KZ2? I haven't. You've probably.
I have. It's on my channel. If you ever come to Denmark, I'd love to get you to test one of mine.
Well, we'll definitely go. I mean, Sam's a professional karter, so
I've driven a KZ2 and I'd love to drive one in Denmark, Casper.
how would my neck do in a KZ2?
Not very good. It wouldn't last very long at all.
I'd have to do those Lando Norris neck workouts.
Right. Top 3 pedals under 500 quid.
V3s,
V3s for sure.
CRP2s, and maybe the SimNet pedals, which
Those ones. Yeah.
way under 500.
Definitely. Do haptics and SimNet work with GT7?
By the way, on that one, I don't know my pedal price as well. Like, if the SimLab pedals are also in that price range, that's a very good deal. So there may be more there.
Do haptics and SimNet work with GT7? Don't know. Personally,
I think they do, although I haven't connected them at the moment.
Best Sim Magic wheel? I'm going to list out the question. I'm going to ask the
bang
questions. You're going to
bang
answer.
for the bucket. It seems like GT Neo, but their hub system's also quite interesting as well.
Are active pedals going to take over, or are they better than
Yes.
current load cells?
Yeah, I think they
agree
will
with
take
him on
over.
that. The Gremlin just got a T598 for 290. What would be the first thing you upgrade on it?
Theft, getting it that cheap.
Absolute bargain.
Pedals, TLCMs.
Yep, go for that. Conspit 300 GT or SF 1000.
That's an insane question because they're the same price.
Conspit for me.
They're the same price. It has to be the Conspit for
It
me.
has to be. It's got a smaller screen, but it's just a nicer
That's
wheel.
the same price. That's crazy.
Is there a better value wheel than the GT Neo?
Probably not because it's still quite a bit cheaper than the Conspit.
Yep.
But this is now, I think, if it's reliable, a price king above that.
Workout plan for sim racing. Lunges. Always do lunges. I've got a question. What if a wheel server can hold a software to motion sim? A wheel server
I don't know what you
can
mean.
hold-
Detroit,
no.
you might have to put that in the Discord.
I've got a standard Fanatec or Fanatec's GT wheel from the complete setup. Best rim to upgrade.
BMW M4 GT.
It would be my honour for you two to
Oh,
come
there
here.
you go.
Oh, there we go, Casper.
Right.
Denmark. I've
Okay.
never been. Let's go. What in your opinion is the sim? What in your opinion is the sim with the best handling model?
Oh,
iRacing. iRacing for me.
Probably between iRacing and LMU. You got to remember that all the pro drivers use rFactor Pro,
Yes.
so there's a reason for that.
Yeah. But they don't use anything we can get our
Yeah.
hands on, basically.
I do like Evo as well. For me, what I like in a handling mod is I want to feel the weight of a car. I want to feel that weight transfer. And arguably, maybe because the cars I drive in iRacing, I never really feel that. But when I'm driving road cars, if I'm like, whoa, I can feel all the weight
You feel
coming
the
to
transfer
front.
going to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. All-time favourite DD wheel?
I think the Acertec is really good. I really like this Acertec Forte, and that's not even the Invicta. The T818 is great.
The wheelbase.
Yeah.
T818 is nice, actually.
The Simuq 2 Pro is just great as well. I know, yeah. But
I like the R3. Tiny little cute thing. I love it. If you want to get mad into sim racing with full motion, should I just get a full motion sim and Thrustmaster, Ferrari F1 wheel and base? And Mbappe, you've gone from spending 300 quid to spending 10 grand. I'm not sure where we stand on
The
this.
challenge was stretching the budget. So,
yeah.
But I will be doing some stuff with a motion brand in the near future.
And we've got 1 minute left.
Do you know if AC Evo will support PSVR 2? I would not count on any of these games supporting PSVR 2. I think it's too difficult. And that's why I think it's such a shame that I think PlayStation could have genuinely pushed everything forward by... Imagine every GT7 update had mad PSVR 2 updates as well.
Yeah.
It'd be insane. No news on Full Force for GT7. Moser R12 is pretty good. Perfect Newton meter strength, 18 down to 9. And even that might be a bit strong.
Perfect for me, 8 to 12. I don't think you
12 to 8, you mean?
12 to 8, yeah. I don't think you need to go any higher than that.
To break it down, a will server that holds the software program information. Do you mean in memory? I'm not quite sure. If you want,
is he on about like the cameras?
Do you mean that? Can you build your own servers for actuators for a motion sim? I'm not sure.
Or is he on about like just the cameras? Where it's all built into...
It's motion sim. I don't know. And then Ultimate, they say, is coming to console. I can't find a sweet spot on my R12. If I sold it, what should I consider? Well, I wouldn't say R16 then, because you're not liking the Moser. You could go G Pro for 11 Newton meters. You could go Fanatec Club Sport DD as well, but that's like $800.
Yeah.
And Euro's getting a Valkyrie. Very nice. Well, that's been insane. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Make sure you check out the videos on our channels. If you've enjoyed this, please make sure that you drop in there and leave a like and subscribe as well. Scott says, big up the Fanatec CSL Elite. Big up the CSL crew. Thanks, Flatka. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Detroit, Susie, Amanda, Jamal as well. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
We'll be here next week, most likely.
Yeah. Oh, you've been invited to Lanato. Is that the Italy one?
Lanato, yes. Make it happen, Casper.
Yeah,
Definitely make it happen.
That's a deal.
I would love to.